first of all, welcome. Nice to meet you, Code and Psycho.
Thanks. Same here. Same here.
And dude, I don't know what your relationship or how you found Hipster Chuck, but he is a very good team member, man. Treasure Hipster Chuck.
Absolutely, totally
Thanks,
agree.
man. Love you so much.
So the story is, Hipster Chuck actually found us and he joined our Discord. He saw what we're doing, he liked us. But then when he, saw our social media presence, everything, he was like, nah, dude, this can be better. And he said, yeah, I'd like to take it up, as a community manager. And we're like, we had a talk and we felt like, nah, dude, not community manager. You come join us full time and you lead Shyft's marketing efforts. And now he's here.
That's how you find the good people, man. You know, it's proof of contribution.
Yeah.
One thing, I've been in this for a while. So has Wales. I mean, a lot of these guys, we've been doing this for a while now. You know, Grape started over 2 years ago. If there's one thing we've learned, it's how to evaluate the rock stars. You've got a rock star in Hipster Chuck, so keep him happy, dude.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I want to thank you guys for joining our accelerator. This is the first time we're doing it. And to be honest, it's crazy the kind of response we've had, and we have a really good group. So one of the benefits of being part of it is that you're also connected in like all of the tweets and naming of these other groups.
Right.
So far, as part of this accelerator, we've had presentations from Crack Finance. We've got Easy with us, who's leading Crack Finance. We've got Nodia, which they're a little bit more in stealth mode, but they create community tokens. Can you mute Easy right now? We're getting a lot of feedback from you. Thank you, brother. And then we have Alchemy, which you guys might have seen the video. We've been playing Alchemy. It's going to be like a strong contender in the Web3 gaming track. And then finally, we have had Sunrise Stake. Now, Sunrise Stake is also a very strong contender because it focuses on the environmental. There's actually a specific track for environmental, but also it's for validators that are, specifically, what was it, a carbon neutral validator. That's run by Daniel Kelleher, and Daniel is a rock star from Civic who created the Civic ID protocol. So you guys are in a very good company. And I'm excited to learn more about what you do. So what we usually do here is we're going to go through about 10-15 minutes about learning, what you do. We'll do a small Q&A session. And then after that, we use the rest of the time to talk about how we can best help you. So how about we start first on, what it is that you're doing. Then we'll do a quick Q&A, and then I'll take over again and kind of give you some guidelines on, look, this is what we usually have done, and we can do the help, and we can start to brainstorm together. How's that sound?
Got it. Sounds perfect. Yeah.
Okay, let's get rocking.
Cool. So let me just start with a quick intro about myself and the Shyft team. So I've been programming since past 10-12 years now. I started off as a game programmer. I was at Ubisoft. Not sure how many of you are into gaming, but I've worked on AAA titles like Far Cry, Just Dance, etc. And did some other few startups. And in my previous startup, actually, we pivoted from Web 2 to Web 3. And we firsthand saw the problems that a new project faces when they start to integrate blockchain functionalities. And we felt that there is a need for low code APIs in the ecosystem. And that's how essentially Shyft was born. So there's two things actually. One is Shyft.2, which we are full time working on. We're creating APIs and infrastructure to help people quickly integrate NFTs, marketplace tokens, everything in their app. So say a Web3 game, they need to mint NFTs on demand. They would be very easily able to do that using our APIs. The benefit, say for example, over Metaplex is that anything that gets minted through our APIs automatically gets indexed in our database. On top of that, all the metadata, media files, images, videos, anything gets cached in our CDN and gets served through there. Of course, the IPFS ARWave links are there. They're the source of truth, but these acts as a caching layer to improve the end user experience. So far, we worked on wallet APIs, NFT, token, marketplace, and currently what we're working on is transaction parsers and callbacks. Essentially, right now, understanding Solana transactions is a bit of a problem. And what we're working on is simplifying those transaction schema. So as a developer, it becomes very easy for me to understand if this transaction is an NFT sale, NFT listing, NFT, bid, token creation, burn, any kind of transaction. And we'll keep on adding more and more protocols over time to make understanding transactions much more simpler. So to basically highlight this functionality, we are participating in Grizzlython and working on completely revamping how we see block explorers and wallet explorers. So essentially, like how we have SolScan, it's good. Sol Explorer, they're good. They're very detailed, but it's just overload of information available there, which might not be relevant for the majority of the people if we leave devs apart. So what we are trying to create is a very simple, friendly UI and UX on how to understand or of how to view your wallets. So let me just share my screen and walk you through the Figma design that we have ready. Where's your screen? Yep. So essentially, this is like it's still in work. So you come here, you enter your wallet address, and we immediately show you like this, your space overview and how much sol balance you have, the tokens you have, and images of each token along with the balance, NFT collections that you have in your space, and the transaction data. So essentially, this is the first draft, but we'll keep on improving it. This is how your instructions will look. So for example, if it's a token transfer, so from and to, what's the amount at what time and which token was done. Similarly for NFT transfer, NFT burn, NFT mint, NFT list, etc. So the icons and all are still work in progress, but essentially just revamping how people view transaction data and their wallet instruction. Now the next part, this is the first version. So going forward, we'll be working on, so for example, how many protocols have you interacted with in the past week? What's the gas fee that you have paid on different protocols? Stuff like that. And it's not only for wallets. Essentially, you click on this, for example, this token, and it will take you to the token protocol as well. So essentially, the token and then all the transactions within the token, or NFT and then all the transactions within the NFT. So for example, if you click on, say, view all collections, you would be able to see all your collections, something like this. So how many youth you have, OKBS you have, stuff like that. And if you click on a certain collection only, so it's like this. And then if you click on a certain NFT or a certain token, it will look something like this. And similarly, yeah, this is for token, how it will look. And like we'll be adding some more details, like what's the total holders of certain collections, what's the total holders of certain tokens. So essentially, you'll be able to see a lot of data in much friendlier UI and UX experience. And yeah, I think of course, so there's not all the information in a transaction. So you click on the drop down and you'll be able to see more information. And if you click on the signature, you'll will directly link it to Explorer or SolScan, so that you can see the entire. I mean, if you click on the signature, it means you need much more details. So instead of us showing here, there are better players that are already showing it, so we'll link it there. And yeah, of course, we understand there would be some transactions that we won't be able to parse, right? So in that case, it would be a simple interacted with this protocol and the signature to view it on different explorers. So in short, you're working on Shyft APIs and infrastructure. which simplifies Web3 development for a lot of early stage companies. And to showcase the power of our APIs, we're creating a very friendly wallet explorer and block explorer, and we're presenting this for Grizzlython. Yep, I think that's about it.
One of the things I would like to start with on, is this what you think will be your presentation, your submission for the hackathon?
Yeah. Right. So our aim is to be, just to create some utility tools for the ecosystem. That's our main priority. And like going forward, as I was talking about transaction passing and callbacks, what we are trying to do is creating a standard schema so that people can understand transactions on multiple blockchains. Because if we see, the fundamental actions are same. You mint tokens, create tokens, NFTs, burn, transfer, sale. These are same actions which are done throughout multiple blockchains, right? But each blockchain essentially executes and saves them differently. So as a developer, it becomes very difficult for me to understand different transactions in different blockchains. So this would act further, as we start integrating more and more blockchains, this could essentially become a multi-chain block explorer and a wallet explorer in a much friendlier manner. So that's like a bit long-term vision why we are starting off with this. And yeah.
Yeah, I want to make sure I'm understanding. Is this going to be the deck that you're going to send, like what we're looking at here?
Not the deck. This is more like the Figma design that we are working on.
Got it. And is the goal to have a working product by the end of the hackathon, by the submission date?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have anything on that? Like, do you have anything that we could actually use today?
So right now, essentially, we have. It's not, I mean, it's not that good looking, but essentially, it still works. For example, nfts.shyft.to. You come here and connect your wallet, and you'll be able to see all your NFTs, and you can see how fast all the NFTs are coming, and how fast the rendering is, and everything is powered by our APIs. And there's a DevNet NFT marketplace where you can list. For example, I come here, I can list any of my item here. I'll just, for example, I can specify the price, I list, and now I'll sign the transaction. Now,
Very nice. So it's good. It's, you're already at a great place where you have something that people can use.
yeah.
You've come to the right group in that, we can definitely, provide a lot of UI, UX feedback. We actually had done some work on Solana FM previously. So, I think there's also some ideas we've cached from that. Okay, so I want to open it up to questions from other people in the community. I'm positive that like Butter, for example, has some comments. But yeah, let's now like spend the next portion of the discussion to have some Q&A before we get into exactly what our focuses on deliverables will be.
All right.
May I ask something? Thank you so much for building on Solana, and what you're building is very useful. We really need simpler explorers. But is this something that you're aiming to replace the everyday visits to SolScan, or this is a dashboard to view your wallet? Is it an explorer or a dashboard? There's a fine line, but there is a line.
True. Absolutely. So priority right now is to focus more on your own wallets rather than something which replaces SolScan or Sol Explorer. But as we keep on indexing more and more protocols, we could eventually work on, I wouldn't say replacing the space for multiple projects to, exist together, but yeah, just a much more friendlier and more intuitive explorer?
I find myself most of the times searching for tools that will allow me to look at histories of transactions. And usually these transactions have nothing to do with my wallet. Usually I'm looking for other wallets and trying to piece together an investigation of various levels and reasons. Is what you're building one of the tools that I would use?
Yeah, essentially you can just, for example, here you come and you can specify any wallet here. For example, this one. And yeah, all the NFTs will come. You specify some other, and you can share the link. It will work.
Yeah, it's not about the NFTs, but it's like, show me if this wallet interacted with X protocol.
Yes, exactly. So what we're creating.
6 months ago.
Sorry, can you repeat?
But not now. 6 months ago. If this wallet has ever, like, or in the past 6 months, interacted with X protocol, trying to understand how deep you are digging into metrics and this kind of information.
Correct. So essentially, it's like transactions. You can just keep on loading more and more, and it will work. We are thinking of, there are other things that we are thinking of right now. For example, you connect your wallet, and then we start parsing all the transactions that you have. Of course, it would be difficult to parse like all the transactions. Maybe it could be for the past month, 2 months, 3 months. We can specify the time. And basically,
another thing is Solscan, for example, has a 1 year window to look back. I'm trying to find my first transaction when I funded my X wallet, and so you're following kind of the history of whatever the history of the Explorer is giving you. It's not that you are actually indexing and parsing that history.
No, we are it ourselves. Yes. So
awesome.
Yeah, we are. So this is one thing, but if I show you our Postman collection, so essentially everything is being powered by our own APIs. So you can specify any account address, whether it be a marketplace, wallet, or any protocol itself, and you'll be able to see all the transactions. For example, this is Bonk, and you come here, you get the transactions, all the Bonk. For example, this is an NFT transfer. Bonk. Wait, this is Bonk? No. So this is Roundy coin, I think. Yeah. So Roundy NFTs is one of the collection that's using our APIs. So yeah, like it's an NFT transfer. So very easy to understand. Like what's the time, what's the fee, who's the fee payer, signature, which protocol was involved, what's the actions, and the type is NFT transfer. Who's the sender, who's the receiver, what was the NFT, what was the amount, and yeah, just making transactions much more simpler to understand. Like this is an NFT sale, and this was done on Metaplex auction house. This is the marketplace address, this was the price, this was the currency, buyer, seller, and this was the NFT that got sold. Similarly for listing, yes, yeah, this is burn, and this is NFT transfer. So yeah, stuff like that. You can see transaction history in a much simpler way for any kind of protocol, account, wallet, anything. So what kind of like?
Pretty awesome. Last question.
Yeah.
Give me a second because I'm getting some technical difficulties. Give me. I'm sorry. Someone else go forward because I'm having some sound issues.
Yep. So I was just asking in general to like you guys, what kind of use cases do you explore with Explorers, Solscan, Sol Explorers, different kind of yeah.
there a question directed at the audience?
Yeah. I mean, if I'm allowed to do that, I don't know.
I mean, we don't have any limitations. Yeah, all sorts of. I'm pretty sure everybody has their own set of things that they do. Block explorers, for me, for example, like going down the rabbit hole of, like, finding alpha through wallets. What kind of one use case is, like, if you're tracking a Discord server where there's a sales bot, and if somebody sweeps in the floor, or lists a lot of NFTs. Yeah, that's one major use case. Now going down the wallet rabbit hole, trying to see what else was bought or sold, or like if there's any alpha, something that I don't know about, or that big wallet bought or like sold recently. Basic things like that. That's one personal use case, with more to do on the degen side, as opposed to like refined blockchain connoisseur, something like that. But yeah, that's just me. I'll let the rest of the people put forward the use cases.
Got it. Thanks.
Yeah, I think one of the interesting things about explorers is you start to find new ways that you want to absorb data based on what the platform of the developers created for you. Until Solana FM came along, the that one visualization, I never thought that it would have a use, and I couldn't conceive of it. So I find that this is a product space where you start to see new ideas from the developer. One of the so I use Tensor a lot for all of my NFT trading. One of the things I love there is that I can see a very convenient history of every NFT I've bought and sold, and the price I bought and sold at. So that's something that fits within a explorer world, even though they're not an explorer. That's something that I would say, you know what, you put something on that, like that here, where you'll probably have a lot more real estate to play with. That would be super convenient for me, for example.
Got it.
You
Okay.
know, yeah. Damn, yes. Yeah. I love being able to see that really helps me.
Understood. Just one more question. So we were also thinking of, so we all get scam tokens or scam NFTs airdrop. So how about if in here only you get the option to bulk burn, bulk transfer your tokens and NFTs? What do you guys think? Would that be useful?
Did you say?
Would, but like, at least on the NFT side, now there's too many tools that people have developed. I mean, I haven't had to like burn scam tokens as of yet, but as far as NFTs are concerned, there are a lot of people who've already built these tools, including famous foxes, I think. So
Yeah,
like,
now it's on the wallet level as well.
Yeah, but like bulk burn. So for example, you can select bunch of them, burn in one go, or in here only. So example, we have something here also. So if you get the sol domain as well. So for example, if I connect my wallet and I go to transfer in DevNet, you can just select multiple NFTs here, transfer, enter the wallet address, and it will get transferred in one go. So something like this.
I mean, this is just me, but like, I think the original direction you're going in, like visualizing block explorers, I think that probably is like bigger and better as opposed to like these tools, in my opinion, at least.
I have to agree 100% with Butter. Right now, like if we were talking, 6 months ago or a year ago, it would be valuable now. So many different ways to do it.
Yeah.
And and really, you know, it's about being a destination where you're getting a value that you can't get somewhere else. I have to agree with Brother, leaning into the Explorer, and how you present data, you know, um, I'll need to think more about like experiences that I've liked that are Explorer like that aren't in Explorers right now. Because so far, you know, the one on Tensor really always stands out to me as a really good example. Um, you know, also other ways that I use Explorers are a lot different because, you know, I'm always looking at like token usage connected to the communities I'm in. You know, it would always be easier to be able to look at a specific wallet and, you know, have an easier way to filter by a particular token over time, right? So it's like, hey, I just want to see this person's, you know, grape usage over the last 2 years, like what came in, what went out. I would like to be able to aggregate all of the dean that was received from this particular account to, you know, so our all of our distributions happen from the same account. It's a Realms treasury account. So I would want to filter by that and just say export all, you know, sends of this particular token from this particular treasury address. A lot of these kind of things help from an admin perspective. I just don't know if there's a wide usage just because, you know, again, the way I'm using it is different.
Yeah, and what's really missing from the Explorer and kind of this kind of data is being able to look within governance layers. For example, I want to search my like whatever coin has been deposited in Realms treasury or in Realms governance, and I want clear indication where exactly this is. Okay, this is in a multisig wallet. Okay, this is in was sent from X treasury to X member. You know, being able to search through data and how many votes has this user casted over the past 2 months, how many proposals have been raised over X months. So an explorer that would incorporate such data doesn't really exist yet, or they cannot really, nothing has been shipped. This is something that I am personally, this is what my journey into the Explorers has been for the past couple of months, searching for Realms information and governance information. Another question that I had noted while you were talking, you said that you started with a tool that mints NFTs, and you said you're doing it in a different way. And my question is does it follow like the standards, the Metaplex standard? Can it be listed in other marketplaces and all these things, or it is just a
Yeah,
hashed image on a?
no, it follows the Metaplex standard. Even our marketplace is built on top of Metaplex auction house.
I see, perfect.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks. That was valuable information. Got it. Okay. that will definitely
One
help.
question I have, like, are you like a solo founder hustling through this, or do you have it like more people working alongside you, like people working on product side or user experience side? Like how you guys or you set up on this?
So we're a team of 8 people so far. We have 3 co-founders. Hipster Chuck leads our marketing. We have 3 more developers, 1 designer, and yeah, that's about it. 8 people. And yeah, we were full time into this. We raised some pre-seed funding some time back. We're raising another small round from angels also currently. So yeah.
Yeah, you guys are already like pretty ahead in the curve due to most people. Um, yeah, but like I mean, I would like ask how would you, what's your business model or monetization model? But like I don't know if that's the scope for Grizzlython. But like yeah, you guys are set up well, and I think the direction is good. Totally depends on the feature set that you then build. and whether you can retain users, retain community on that.
Yeah.
So at this point, I think we've covered a lot of the Q&A on our side, and I want to give you some structure on how we'll be able to help. I think one of the most obvious ways we can help is to ideate what your feature priorities should be. So what would help on our side, and let's start to document this. Shyft will share the current feature list you have planned. So that will help us, kind of look at your current priorities to help remove. Again, like we already know that certain things like, bulk sending or burning, we've already got our destinations. I think what our goal is to really look at what you can do on the Foxes and kind of scrap that. You don't want to try, you really want to focus on what only you can do. Yeah, exactly. Like we want to try to make this the destination instead of SoulScan. That really should be the goal here. So you'll share what your current feature list is. We will ideate new features. So I think that that's one thing we can easily do. Another idea now, I don't know if it's useful or not for you, is for us to also give feedback on the existing UI, UX, and also what you've already laid out as your mission. That's something we do well. Would that be helpful?
Yeah, I think definitely. More feedback on UI, UX is definitely needed.
Excellent. So we'll also do feedback on the current UI, UX, which is on the DevNet that we saw, but also what you have in these slides.
Yeah. So I think the DevNet one is, pretty. It was just, it was built few months back, and we're not actually focusing on this. So I'll just do one thing. I'll just share the Figma link here and give access to you guys, so you can, directly ideate here if that's something possible.
Okay, great. So we'll do that. We'll look at the Figma. And then finally, I like to always have it as 3 specific deliverables, and there's time for us to change things as time comes on. I think that on the third side, either we could, which is more valuable to you? Should we be focusing on helping you on the marketing side? I think that you've got pretty good horsepower there, and of course we'll, tweet and retweet stuff, but should we make that a priority, or are there other builders or other ecosystem participants? Like, is there some sort of networking we can help you with? Which do you think is more important for you right now?
Development, I don't think so. We'll have this developed in probably next week, fully working version.
I mean, like, also, like, maybe you want an introduction to Ben at Jupyter for some sort of integration. I'm just thinking out of the box, like maybe there's a wish list of, like for us, we're always thinking, damn, can you do some integrations with Realms, with the, the DAO tooling, that's always our, bread and butter. But from your quick answer, I'm thinking it's more on the marketing side.
I think so. On the initially, yeah, I would agree, more on the marketing side. And I'm not sure. I mean, we can definitely think about, how we can get integrated with. I mean, it's their Realms and Scott's different protocols. We can definitely pass them if they are already on our roadmap. And once we pass them, you enter any of the treasury account address, and you'll be able to see what's happening in their treasury, and you'll be able to do a lot of. So that's where I think more ideas, could be helpful. Like, would you like more filtering? What kind of filtering? Already got some feedback there, but yeah. So I think I would say marketing.
Okay, great. So I think on the marketing side, we can look at doing something similar to what we're planning to do for both Crack Finance and Alchemy, which is to have a usage video that really Yeah, and hipster, that's why I was also making the distinction, just because I want to be realistic on what we'll be able to achieve for you. It's either that we'll focus on the marketing or the BD. For the BD specifically, you would have to be very refined on knowing who you want us to connect you with. That's business development. That's what BD is. But yeah, on the marketing side, I think a usage video is going to be very important. Like if you go back to at Grape, we also had participated in the hackathon. Whale's friend made a usage video. That showcase of how you can use Grape, I think really helped, seal the deal. So usage videos on submissions are extremely important because judges have so many different projects to look at. If you make a very refined, tight video, 30 seconds kind of thing, it can make a big difference. So that would be my main ideas for us to prioritize a usage video. And then of course, we'll integrate you into our Crew 3 processes. Have we already reached out to you about that, Hipster Chuck?
Yeah. If you can just run us by the pricing again, I think it will be something Code and Psycho can look into.
Oh,
Because
no.
I-
There's not
Oh.
going to be any charge for that, guys. This is us helping you out. That's why you're part of the Accelerator.
Oh, that's awesome. That's good to
Yeah.
know. Thanks so much for coming through this then.
Hey, the way we see it is we're investing our time in making you guys winners, and then when you guys are winners, then you can come and buy some services, right? But we're in this for the long haul with you guys.
True. Agree.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
But yeah, I'm looking through your channel here, and I see that you haven't been contacted for a Crew 3 integration. So when you can, Hipster Chuck, you'll just tag Tacky, and you guys can make some missions on our Crew 3.
Cool, cool, awesome. I'll get on top of that.
All right. All right. Okay. So yeah, as a next step, then let me share the the feature roadmap that we have in plan right now, and I'll share the Figma link with you guys, review access, so you can try, comment directly there, and give feedback on the design. And yeah, we'll probably have this working in next 4 to 5 days max. So yeah, as you start using it, I think you'd get even more ideas and you'll be able to give more feedback.
Awesome.
Cool. I think that's
So yeah,
about it.
I think we can call it somewhere here, and we can study all the material, and then slowly get to our tasks.
Awesome. Sounds
Thank
good.
you so much, man. Thank you so much for building them. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
No, thank you so much for helping us out here, man. It really means a lot. Thank you.
Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Have a good one, guys.
So, bye. See you guys.
Bye.